Yeah, I'm from Guelph originally, and had two older brothers growing up. They were both runners, triathletes, and so I didn't really like the individual sport, but I ended up getting into it at a pretty young age, and then went off to the University of Western Ontario to do my undergraduate degree there. That went well, and then I decided to do my master's and came to Toronto, started running with the team there for a couple years, and graduated in the spring, and then moved to England in the fall, and just trying to take running a little more seriously, so now I've dedicated a little more time to it. My old coach, Hugh Cameron, who is the coach of the Brooks Marathon Project, the Newmarket Huskies, was my coach as I was finishing up high school and during university as well. And I just love the guy. I think he's the man. I can't say enough good things about him. Whether it was chess or parasailing or whatever, I don't know. He'll be able to coach you at anything. Like, he's just a good coach in the mental aspect, which is what I needed. So when I finished up university and I found out that him and one of my, I guess you'd call him kind of a mentor growing up, Dave Reed, who was former Canadian record holder and just an all-around awesome guy. It's all business, and I found out that he was going to be the coach of the middle distance group. I immediately jumped on it because he's got so much passion, so much knowledge of the event, and he's been around for a long time, and yeah, just awesome guy to work with. It's crazy. Like, I remember we do a lot of, in the track, doing 300, 400, 500s throughout the winter, especially because I was indoors doing indoor competitions. Right now, we'll go on the lakeshore and sometimes do, 2x8 kilometers with 90 seconds rest at these guys at this marathon pace. So, you're running 308s, 310s, so I'm PBing in workouts all the time through 5K and 8K. And it's pretty tough mentally. You gotta turn your head off though and just do it. And the way we see it is, the bigger the base, the bigger the peak's going to be. So I'm always kind of using it as motivation for outdoors. And guys have done it in the past. Like, that's the way they used to train. They used to do 90, 100-mile weeks, and we've kind of gotten away from that, doing more speed stuff. So right now, just building a big base and trusting that if I can run with some of the top marathoners in Canada, I'll be pretty good when it comes time to go back to the 1500 and 800. So. Actually a pretty good run, all things considered. I'd hurt my Achilles after I did an indoor, I won the OTFA, or the Athletics Ontario 3K race a couple weeks before, and then had a good week of training. I kind of flared up my Achilles running in the snow, and so I had 2 weeks off basically going into that, and I went down to Jacksonville and I ran for like 2 days. I was running throughout those 2 weeks, but then when I got down there the 2 days before the race, it felt really good, so I decided to jump in, and it didn't get until about 5 miles until I actually started to feel good. I still ended up running 47:27, I think, which it's okay, 3:09 per kilometer, which we were hoping to go faster, but all things considered, it was good. I ran a PB through 10K as well, so can't complain. The biggest thing I've always found, like, I can run, 149, 150 for an 800, 150 in the summer. I was running fairly consistently. But the problem was, running even split. Like, there's one thing to be able to run a 48, 49 second 400, but then I was having a hard time over that last 200 maintaining my strength. And so this, hopefully, I'm just going to be, once I get to that last 200, I can run, well, hopefully negative split, run faster than the first 600. And so that's the way we're looking at it. You got to have that strength in the last lap, so that's what it's all for. We don't have one. It's 8 or 1500. We're not too specific. We're just building a lot of strength, and it'll be most likely by next summer 1500. But we don't want to get too far away from the 800, and even some 3Ks, maybe even some 5Ks. I'm not good enough, and I think most guys in Canada kid themselves thinking they're good enough to just focus on one event. There's no reason you can't do a couple. Like, fitness is fitness. If you're strong, you're strong. And if you're really strong, you should be able to do a good 800, you should be able to do a 5K. So that's kind of the mentality we have, is just get really strong, and then at nationals, we'll have to see. We haven't decided yet.